Well, good grief, everybody. How close was our average, our Saturday average last Saturday? How close was it to the winning cross today? I've left the screen like this and I've just put, as you can see, my closest only is on there. So the winning cross was 12:13, 8:13. My closest was 12:29, 8:21. But the average on Saturday was 12:28, 8:22. So I was only 1 pixel out. I'd only gone 1 pixel away from the average because I like the average so much. So basically, my cross that you can see there, that's 1 pixel from where our average was last week. And look how close we were to the winning cross. I think we all knew the average was bloody good last week. All right, let me put the rest of mine in. So I actually ended up doing 8 crosses. 6 of them ended up in zone 1. 2 of them ended up in zone 2. Let me zoom in a bit, just have a closer look here. So, as I said, the top 2 on the right there, they were where our average was. The bottom 2, the ones that are in zone 2, they were the original crosses that I'd picked. And then I decided to work out an average of all of them and put 2 crosses in the middle. So the 2 crosses in the middle are the average of our average and the ones I did. And then on Sunday, I had this nagging feeling that it was slightly further to the left than where I'd gone. So I put another 2 further to the left. Actually, I went too far to the left. If I hadn't gone that far to the left, I might have hit it. But yeah, very impressed with that this week. I had £29.63 back. I haven't looked at the judging yet, so let's have a look at that then. All right, here's the judging. Let's have a look. We've got 8 judges again this week. I think we can see there they've gone in a very vertical line, like very much like we had on our average. Bit of a daft one over there. We always knew there was going to be a daft one, but on the basis that all these are together and in a line here, I've got no doubt they'll take that one out on the top left there. I'm not sure if they'll take anything else out. I mean, it's a narrow band coming up from this player, which is basically what we said on Saturday, that the player on the left wasn't the problem. It was a player on the right and how high the judges would think he was looking, or low. Let's skip forward and see what they decided to do. All right, there's a final result. They've taken 2 out. They've taken Joe Thompson's out and Peter Giorgio's out, which was the daft one up here on the left, which made no sense, and the one that was even lower. You can see the line is still down the bottom there, so they've taken the bottom one out. Not sure if that really needed to come out, but it has narrowed the band there from the player on the right, the guy in red. But look how narrow that band is, and that's actually the width of that band is spot on as to where our average was. Right, let's have a look at this week's picture then, because I'm completely baffled by this week's picture and I don't know what to do. Alright, so here's a picture this week. When I first looked at it, I thought, oh, this is easy. This is a good one. But then, the closer I looked at it, the more confusing it got to me. And you're probably wondering, you can see 2 crosses there. I've put one up here and one down here. And you're probably thinking, Mart, what are you doing? Although you probably think that every week. Well, originally, I drew a line from this guy here. I'll put it through there because I remember that's where I drew the line. And when I looked at it, yeah, it's a good 90-degree angle from his eyeball. That sort of makes sense. So I thought the ball's along there, along that line somewhere. So I tried to draw some lines up from this fella, the guy in white, because if you look at his head, he's looking more or less face on to the camera, slightly to his left perhaps. But his eyes are not looking that high to me. I can see that there's white under his eyes. I just don't think he's looking that high. So I thought, okay, that doesn't really make that much sense that the ball would be sort of that high in front of him. So as an exercise, let's put it closer to the player in green. So I went halfway between the player in green and my cross. And then I thought, oh, do you know what? If I draw lines from him up to that cross, that could also make sense. So both of them made sense to me, that one and that one. But then when I looked at it again, I thought, well, this doesn't make sense because I know that's only a little cross there. But if I put the magnifying glass there as though it's a football, the football will be bigger than that, obviously. Look how close it is to the player in green's head. And yet, the player in green, his shoulders are down, they're not backwards or forwards, there's no tension in his neck or his face. he's not about to interact with the ball, neither has he interacted with the ball. So the ball can't really be anywhere near him, if you know what I'm trying to explain here. If you look at where I've put the ball there, it's about to smash him in the face, and yet he's not reacting to it. He looks like he's looking at a pigeon about 200 yards away. So I thought, that obviously doesn't make sense either, and yet it fits in with where this guy's looking. So to me, it could be anywhere along that line. Now, if I had to draw a line of where it couldn't be, I would have thought, well, okay, let's go up from his nose. It's not going to be to the left of that line. And I don't think it would be that far to the right, because it doesn't make sense for the ball to be that close to this player in green without him reacting to it at all. And yes, I do know that it's this isn't an actual scene and he's been cut out of a different picture where the ball is nowhere near him. But of course, it's not where we think it's not where we think the ball should be. It's where we think the judges are likely to put it. So for me, then the cross has got to be somewhere along this line between the two white lines. Well, that's a big area, so I haven't got a clue where to go there. This may be the very first week where I only play, even though I got £29.63 back in credit, it might be the first week where I only play my free ticket and not even add any more money to it, because I'm that sort of unsure about this one. So I'm not going to submit across myself for this week because I haven't got a clue and I think it'll put people off. But it'd be interesting to see where everyone else thinks it is, because I think it's along that line somewhere between the two white lines. I can't see that it can be outside of those lines. So let's do the same again this week. I'll leave a comment in the comment section asking for you to reply to the comment with a coordinate, and then on Saturday then we'll make another video and we'll have a look at where the average is. And also let me know how you got on, because I'm expecting, considering how we all thought the average was good last Saturday, I'm expecting most of us to have got in Zone 1. In fact, the winner might even be one of our viewers. I don't know. I haven't watched the winner yet. Right. Thanks, guys. I'll speak to you in the comments. Good luck.